We are recording. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Our Perspectives. My name is Holden Stephan Roy, and as you can see, Flacko Bayo is back amongst us. He's returned. He's here to be bringing his perspectives to the episode.
Oh my God. I didn't go to the barber. I've got so much going on in my life. It's crazy. Let's go.
That's what happens when you're out there doing it. Sometimes you forget the barber. And I don't mean that like in a bad way. That's like when you really out there
My
doing it,
nails my nails are still done though. My nails are still done though. You know what I mean?
making it happen. What's up, Chris Chrome Lindell and your lady friend
CC
Bonnie?
in the
Welcome to
building.
everybody. So it's a big
Bonnie,
moment
Bon
to
Lindell
have
in
it
the
back.
building.
So to
Yes,
start
we
this
are
off,
back.
make sure to hit up the patreon.com/perspectives. Hit that up and give us some love over there, and we'll invest in our advertising and channel building skills with the help of you. So thank you in advance, all you
Fuck what
lovely
Holden's
Patreon.
saying. I'm blowing your money on gear, drip. You know what I mean? I'm gonna buy some new shit. I'm gonna buy some clothes. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding. I'm
nah,
wearing $100 shirt, and you guys have not given us a goddamn cent.
that's a
Okay,
fact.
I promise you, I do not need your money for clothes. The
It's
money for
we
clothes is
gonna
already
it's gonna go
allocated. It's
back into the
already it's
business,
gonna
and we're gonna
it's gonna
invest
go
in
there.
what we're
Yeah,
doing.
we're investing in the business. But
You know,
I'll be your fucking best friend.
hit him on the
Drop some
Cash App.
motherfucking cash app.
It's good to have you back with us. So yeah,
Good to be back.
let us know what you've been up to for the last little bit. Give us a little recap.
Man, it has been a busy couple of weeks. It was a couple weeks of Afro punk, and then I had to readjust to my administrative life after that, and then that takes like a week, and then there's like a million meetings at the Soho Grand Hotel, which is like bougie meetings. You know what I'm saying? Showing up. By the way, FYI, I usually big things up. The Soho Grand, I would usually big it up. There was a fucking fly in the soup. Trash, trash, trash. And they did not even try to take anything off the bill. Like, how exclusive. And they tried to, like, act like nothing happened. Like, they acted like, oh, like we told them, and they were just like, oh, okay, no big deal. I'll bring a new soup out. Like, you'll just bring a new soup out, sir. Will the new soup have a fucking fly in it as well? Like, what's
One
going
would
on
hope
here?
not.
Like, you can't be a bougie spot and have a fly in your food and then not do something about it. That's craziness to me.
That's facts.
Um, but yeah, it was a lot of meetings, a lot of new clients, and now I got another new client tomorrow that I got to bring on. So I'll be back in the field tomorrow, but I'm here today. Let's see. And then last weekend I had to like get back to like partying and having a good time. So that 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 took up the entire weekend. And yeah, man, it was just a lot of busyness, a lot of work, a lot of money is being made, though. Tell you that much. The fucking bank account is looking frigid, cold, buddy. The motherfucking money is, woo.
When our money get here, when our money get here, I'm waiting for this.
Take it easy. She said, when our money get here.
I
What's
say,
that?
supía que hosting it for free. Prepárate. My 10%, buddy. Yeah,
Nigga
my
said
10%.
10%. You get 10% of nothing. We're making nothing right now.
Yeah. In fact, if anything, you're taking on debt. If
Right.
anything.
And actually, when we do finally make money, we have to invest it into like a fucking video
Oh my
editor.
God. He gave me the whole business blueprint just now.
It's a real
This
thing.
is
Well, we want the
this is a
people
real
who
thing.
are going to be investing in us to know that when they invest in us, they're investing in us as an institution that grows, and that we have a plan. And it's not just like, oh, we're going to give them money and they're going to jerk off with it. It's like, no, we need an editor, and
They're
that's going
gonna
to
give us
cost
money.
money.
Well, I
I
mean,
And
mean,
I
I
told
should
you
and
at
hope
the
you
then
do not
beginning.
jerk off with it. Period.
I said that I was. I
Facts.
said I joked around and I said that I was gonna buy drip with it, but I say that while wearing $100 John Varvatos
Facts.
T-shirt. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
And any drip that
Like,
gets bought will
I'm
say
not using them.
perspectives on it,
They're
right? And then it's drip that is
right,
available for the people.
right.
And those of you in the Patreon, you're gonna get some drippy drip for free. So it's worth checking out. That's
Y'all
all I'm
want some
saying.
Definitely, definitely got to get that
Yeah,
because we have levels and we haven't even started like producing the sweaters and
I
T-shirts and
know.
shit.
It's
We
also
need to do
like,
that.
cause like I'm gonna be real though. Like I'm waiting for the first person to come, cause they got to be there for 3 months before they get it, right, or some shit like that. I don't remember the
And we
exact
can work on
conditions.
it in those 3 months.
Exactly. So we get incentivized when we have to deliver, as procrastinators that we are. We're just being real with you, cause we humans.
Facts.
We
Don't
have
Fanatics.
forget, they get to go, do little tours with you guys too. I think that's
that's a
cool.
Take
fact.
those take those headphones off. That shit sounds terrible. I don't know what
That's
the
a
fuck you just
also
did.
truth.
Your audio was
Was good,
crack and then
and
it
then it's
turned
not
into
good.
literal crack. Like
Mm.
crack is whack crack. You know what I mean? First it was crack like, oh, there's crack water. And then it turned into, oh my God, that person is strung out on crack is whack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a
So
little bit.
definitely change that audio back.
Yeah.
Holden, how was your last week?
It's pretty good. I'm starting to discover the perks of being a salesperson for promo for a food restaurant page, as I got my first meeting with the nice meal included as we talked our business. And I'm like, this is a whole different life. This whole like supper meeting life. I could get used to the supper meeting life. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Stuff's pretty cool. I'm getting into that whole world. And then, people started hitting me up to do some little blog writing on the side for extra money. So it's like these little cash flows are starting to appear after all the effort put in earlier in the year. So it's like, yes, it's like we're not that cold, but the temperature is cooling, and the bank account is
Right.
cooling. um, but basically, yeah. Other than that, I don't know. Starfield came out, so I've been playing a lot of Starfield because I don't think I'm gonna play it
You
forever.
play that shit?
I
One
played a
of
whole
my
bunch.
I play this Marvel game that I've been playing for 7 years now on my phone,
Oh my god,
and
he's addicted to that game. That's his crack.
and Marvel Contest of Champions. Shouts to Marvel Contest of Champions. You're the greatest phone app game in the fucking phone app game business.
He's been playing that
They
shit since grind time.
almost facts because Grind Time was before them, but close. Um, uh, I follow a couple of YouTubers that stream the game on YouTube, and I saw one of them streaming Starfield. So clearly, it's a popular game
Nah,
already.
it's big. I don't.
People are fucking with it.
People are
Yeah, there's
loving
a
and
lot of
hating
people
it.
that are like,
It's like it's in that good polarized state of things where I don't know, if you want to go around and explore planets and get asked to deliver things to places a lot is fun. Like it's fun to explore the planets. But like at the same time, I don't know if I'm gonna be having fun in 3 weeks playing this game because it's already like it's on the fence for me, like if this is really worth pursuing. But because it's brand new, I'm gonna be up in there with everyone else right now. Cause
I'll
yeah,
tell you this much. It's definitely the new popular game, but I tell you this much. I don't give a fuck about it, right? I only play my phone app game. I don't own any gaming consoles. I don't give a fuck about games. But I tell you this much. I'm ready to buy a whole $5,000 gaming console just so that I can play that. Sarah's looking at me like, that doesn't even exist, buddy. Where are you buying that from?
he's talking about the future Apple glasses that are coming out.
I'm
right,
ready. I'm ready to buy. I
or
heard
the or
that
the a sim race fucking rig,
I
because that's what
I heard
that's
I
Like
heard that the Grand Theft Auto game coming is gonna be
a hundred
$150.
and fifty
Hold
dollars.
on, hold on. I heard video gamers complaining because they're broke bitches. And let me tell you something. I'm ready to buy in just because the price tag is expensive. I'm like,
Well, the
oh,
price tag,
it's
the
the
price
most it's the
tag
most
is what it
expensive
is.
game. It's the
The
most
price
expensive
tag is
game.
what it is because they spent so many years working on it. That animation alone is expensive. The kind of
it's
other,
a
like, it's
huge
an
topic.
open world, right? So that alone is expensive. So you got all this open world shit going on, like it's Fortnite or some other
Hold on.
shit.
Are they gonna have microtransactions in the game or on top of the price? Because like,
I'm not Rockstar, bro. I can't help you with
is there okay? But the one you're playing right now, is
you
there
don't
like
have to
stuff you
Google
can
that,
buy in the
bro.
game? Well, yeah, but
I
then
just
you'll
know I just know that shit is fire. I got to see a little bit of a trailer for it. Then somebody had like the way the
it's what
gameplay
NASCAR
was.
or which one is it?
Grand Theft
You
Auto.
found it?
Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, but for the one for 6.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be worth $150.
Oh, it's gonna be amazingly like people gonna sell their children.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But I'm like I said, like I have all the consoles. I have a PS5, I have an Xbox One, I have a Switch, I have a Backbone 2, about to get the PS Portal. Like, and me is because I like gaming. But I'm a creature of habit, so I only play
Tell
certain
them why you
games.
got the. Tell them why you got that backbone. Tell them why you got that backbone.
So so Flacco had it one time, right? And it was a long time ago too. It was right. Remember, I was like, damn, did you show me this a long time ago? And I saw an ad for it. And I was like, yo, he showed me that. I could have sworn that. I remember sending it to him. He was like, yep, that's it. That's it. That's it. I was like, fuck it. I'm getting that shit. And I got that shit. I play that shit at lunch. And I'm always on my PS5 from wherever I'm at.
I
I'm playing
respect it.
F1 in the office, like you see the little rolling chair go back and forth and shit. Like it's pretty fun. Shout out to the whole Backbone community because they actually have a community and everything. But anyway, I have everything. So, but I also have a child that also likes to play video games, so it also works out. I didn't get Starfield because I'm an adult. Um, and I play,
Yo,
thing.
yo,
Shots at Holden.
I
Shots
heard,
at
I
Holden.
heard.
Pew
It's
pew pew
adult
pew pew pew
theme.
pew.
That's all I'm
I'm
Pew
saying.
pew
joking.
pew
I'm
That
pew pew
space
joking.
pew
combat
pew
is so fucking
pew
hard.
pew
I'm not even gonna lie.
pew
That is
pew
not. The
pew.
kids can't handle that space combat, or they probably could. I was just really trash,
Man,
super
my son
trash.
probably beat that shit in like you give him one whole day. He be done. He'll call me tomorrow and be like, I beat that shit. He
It's
beat
pretty big. It's like insanely big. Like it could take you like 24 hours to like look around one little galaxy. Maybe a little less than
Guys,
that, but like it's pretty big. Flacco's
is
like, I
this
don't
the
give a
shit that you
fuck.
guys have? Is this the shit you guys been doing while I've been gone?
Not
Doing a
even.
fucking
no,
20-minute
It's
absolutely
intro?
not.
A 20-minute fucking
Absolutely not.
intro? We got topics to get to, guys. There's fucking news happening in the world, okay?
So you
There's
gotta talk
fucking
about it.
news.
so what he's saying
All
is he's
right.
done with the video
First things
games.
first. First things first. First things first. There was no Formula One this weekend. So Sarah
None.
don't got no Formula One for you guys.
I always
But,
have Formula One news, but
but,
none no races.
but, 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 but,
But
we got her other favorite topic, battle rap.
Oh, yeah.
We had another big
Not
battle
not
rap
really
weekend.
a
Sarah,
favorite topic.
Sarah, walk us through this weekend's battle rap events. Tell us what
please,
happened. Tell us what is
Um,
what.
yeah,
it was Philly versus New York.
that's
Woo!
interesting.
It
So
was
hold on,
real.
Holden. Hold on, Sarah. Hold on, both of you. Sarah, this is where you, right? Like your relationship with Holden is pretty brand new. You don't remember, right? It's at the front of my mind at all times. Holden is still a baby to this battle rap shit.
That's a
Holden is
fact.
Okay.
unaware. Holden is unaware that New York and Philly has had a long-standing competition in battle rap. So New York and St. Louis and New York and Philadelphia go back in this battle rap shit over a decade now. Probably close to 2 decades at this point.
So it's
At
like
this
when
point, it's close to two
like
decades.
what like when hockey teams rival like real deep type shit.
Now it's some real
Right.
rivalry shit,
It's a
and
real
it's
rivalry,
part of battle
and
rap history.
it's a
Right.
battle rap history rivalry. Um,
Mm-hmm. It's
Mass
where
Hoffa's
Joey G
Mass
Hags come
Hoffa's
from.
Mass Hoffa's famous punch to Dose is a New York Philly thing. Matt Hoffa was from Brooklyn, and Dose is from Philly
Right.
or the greater Pennsylvania area, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he's actually from Philly. I believe he's like Rosenberg Raw and like Bill Collector, where they're from counties that are surrounding the Philadelphia area, but people just count them as Philadelphia because that
It's just
counts, but it
simpler.
doesn't,
It's
right?
just
Like
simpler.
Philly people will say, no, they're not from Philly. They're from uh insert neighboring neighborhood here, nor something or other, whatever is the name of the neighborhood. Camden is a good example. Camden is a neighboring neighborhood to Philadelphia, but it's not Philadelphia. So Philly people will always be like, chill, you're not actually Philly. But and then when it comes to us going to war with Philly, they are perfectly fine with people like Rosenberg Raw, Bill Collector, and Dose representing them because they have huge names and followings, and they're actually good representation for Philadelphia. They
That's a
they they
fact.
they they give off the
That's how
Philly
it goes
representation, which
everywhere,
is
though. I
Philly.
will.
Philly always has had a really nice uh rapper flow. They've had rappers that have diverse, different flows. When you listen to Beanie Siegel, when you listen to Black Thought, when you listen to
Meek
Petey
Mill
Crack, when you
and
listen to
Meek
Mhm.
Meek
Mill.
Mill. Meek Mill came from, I think he came from
The
Petey
later
Crack City.
generation that was
I feel like he came
hitting
from
it.
Petey Crack City. He came from Petey Crack City. But yes, Meek Mill. When you look at all Reed Dollars, all the guys that have come out of Philly have always had pretty diverse, different flows. So that's why Bill Collector, Rosenberg Raw, who also have amazing in the pocket flows that are very different than New York, fit in perfectly with that Philly crowd. And so this is a 2 decade old rivalry that has been going on for quite some time. And so for there to finally be a huge New York versus Philly event is big. So
Mm.
Sarah, pick up and tell
Yes.
us about this event.
Yes, please.
So I would like to tell you every single battle that's on the card, but I didn't really get to watch every single battle. However, the important battles, the ones that have the nostalgia attached to it, um, and one that I was looking forward to. First of all, shout out to Reed Dollars and Ump. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they
P,
Ump
shouts out
is
to
here we
Cortland.
go.
Shouts
Here we
out to
go.
Cortland. BX in the motherfucking building. You know what time
You
it
heard
is.
me.
Hey,
You
yo,
heard me.
you already know I'm fucking with OP. That's the block. That's Melrose. That's Cortland. That is a lot of gang shit going on all the way rooting for Oompi.
Reed Dollars did his thing, and so did Omp. Did an amazing job. I wouldn't be able
He
to give you a
never,
winner, but because I'm from the Bronx, automatically he is the winner in my eyes. Because yo, it's BX all day, baby. But I heard
real
Reed
quick,
Dollars did, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
real quick, you know what's crazy about Oompi is how he can take like a 5 year, 10 year, 15 year fucking break from battle rap and come right back to battle rap and fit right in. His pocket's
Mhm.
perfect. His
Oh yeah,
flow.
it was a lot of
He
love
know
out there.
he doesn't ever lose. He doesn't ever lose his touch, no matter how long he stays away from the ring. And I think that
So
that is like a testament to the BX and to his like era of battle rap and how we're like, another level. And the Bronx and Cortland and Melrose.
so so with that being said, it was that return of Omp. Shout out to the whole Kirtland Ave and Omp's the fam.
Right.
It was great. It was great. It was an easy the block captains event. The event was called the Trenches. Shout out to him. This is I think about second, third event they've had, and I think so far they're doing an amazing job. Then the classic Head Ice versus Hollow Man. You don't know who Hollow Man is. I'm gonna need you to go on your YouTube. I need you to type in Enes versus Hollow Man. Then you're
Right.
gonna understand the amazingness of Hollow Man. Now, first of all, Head Ice is Head Ice. There's no, you can never doubt the wolf. The wolf gonna
Veteran.
come with the wolf.
The Wolf always gonna
He
come with the fire.
he is the show. When he arrives, he is the show. Understand, wolf.
is the show, baby. You know what I mean? On Philly grounds, though, and for the anticipation of the return of one of Philly legends and Philly's own, Hollow Man. Now, normally, when a lot of these artists or battle rappers make a return back to battle rap, sometimes they don't do as well as people would like them to do, right? That did not happen with Hollow Man. Hollow Man came in like he never left and he upgraded and he kept on. And yup, Dutch, in the middle of his bars, he pulled out the tattoo and started the paper chasing, and it was
That's
crazy.
dope.
The
That's
whole
dope.
crowd did it with him. He didn't even have to say it. He shut his mouth. He looked at Ice like this, and the whole crowd said the rest of the bars.
That's dope.
Magic, baby.
That's dope.
That's,
That's
that's
dope.
Philly magic, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You only gonna get that feeling in Philly, baby. I'm gonna be honest with you. That shit probably would have been crazy in New York too. I don't know. It might have been crazy in
Nah, it
New
would
York
have. It
too.
would have. It would have. It would have.
You know what I'm saying? And then
That's the thing. That's
this
the thing about New York versus Philly is like we both actually fuck with each other heavy. Like Philly fucks with wild New York rappers. We help inspire a whole generation and generations over there. But also we really admire Philly rappers here in New York.
so yeah. So then after that, the next Philly battle this is was one that I was shockingly impressed with. And it was Mike P versus Rosenberg Raw, which was the main event. This was a fight though, because number one, it's been a minute since I've seen Mike P. Mike P gets a lot of slack on social media because of battles where they brought up his ex-wife. I mean, not his ex-wife, his wife now, I think. Baby moms, and they always, try to, how it goes in bad rap. The wifeys get thrown under the bus. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but the first round out the gate, that man was immaculate, bars after bars. I mean, he had room shakers, straight up room shakers. I'm talking about Mike P
I
here,
believe it. I believe it,
straight up
Mike. Nah, Mike
room
P is a talented
shakers,
guy. He's
right?
a talented guy.
So for me, it was like redemption. I feel like I was watching Mike P get the redemption he deserves. You know what I'm saying? He definitely deserves the respect as well. Rosenberg Raw fought back though. Frozen. He don't run from a fight. He
Yeah,
kept
nah.
on him.
He had a
By the time
monster
we
year
got,
last year and this year too.
yeah, right. So now, you know, you get to that third round, and they both had amazing third rounds. You know what I mean? For me, I went with Mike P 2-1 clean. But I wouldn't get mad at people that said that was debatable or whatever have you. Hollow Man, that was a one rounder, but I gave it to Hollow Man, and I'm a whoop. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, but everybody knows I love them and it's honesty. You know what I'm saying? But overall, dope event. You know what I'm saying? And I look forward to see more trenches, especially if we're gonna keep the tradition. I hope they keep this like a yearly tradition of Philly versus New York. It'll bring that morale back to battle rap, where the
Mm-hmm.
nostalgic will give people that little battery in their back. Shout out to GTX as well. They did an amazing nostalgic event. So I feel like that those nostalgic events have been bringing the battery in people's back, giving them that remembering and getting that feeling back. So shout out to all the leagues that are definitely getting involved this year. It's not that there's no F1 news. You know what I'm saying? Is that, Daniel Ricciardo, we're gonna see him probably by Japan, if not after, but I'm definitely sure he's gonna race in Vegas. That's for sure.
I,
They
I,
just That's all I'm
I,
gonna say. That's all I'm gonna
I,
say.
I'm, I guess that was a good recap
Beautiful.
of battle rap. I
New York
appreciate
City
it.
versus Philly. And
It
then
sounds
we had
riveting.
we had a couple big weekends before that. That's what's up.
Mhm.
This
Yeah,
is is nice to see a busy month for battle rap, weekend
awesome.
after weekend after weekend.
Yep.
So yeah, for
So it's about
the
time. We have fun.
I don't really know what the next topic is, so Flacco, you can introduce it.
No, remember,
It's
Holden, I
all in
told
your
you that I
hands.
wouldn't.
So
Oh, so I'm just playing the video.
artists like Birdman, The
Well, you
Game,
intro.
Bun B, and more.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wait.
no, the fucking each of the videos got the topic at the top of it. You say you read the fucking caption that's there, buddy, because I can't see the chat from Twitch and
All right.
the
All
what you
welcome
call it. My
rapper
laptop is
BG
dead
home from
today.
Right.
prison.
Right.
What's up? It's Asia Sky for Hip Hop DX. And check this out. Birdman, The Game, Bun B, and others have all welcomed home BG following his long-awaited release from prison. The former Cash Money rapper was finally freed on Tuesday, September 5th, after being incarcerated since 2012 on weapons and witness tampering charges. Various rappers showed their love to BG on social media, helping give the New Orleans native a warm welcome as he stepped foot outside prison walls for the first time in 11 years. Birdman took to his Instagram stories to share a photo of him and BG hugging following his release with a caption that wrote, BG home, at Cash Money Official. The Game hopped on a FaceTime call with BG and his former manager, Wack 100, with Wack 100 writing on Instagram, "You figure it out." BG also FaceTimed with Bun B, who teased the Hot Boys reunion. Fellow Hot Boy Turk also reconnected with his former groupmate over FaceTime and shared a video of their interaction on Instagram. I ain't had no life sentence. I had a life sentence. You heard me? In the caption, he wrote, "It's official, hashtag BG free. Welcome home, bruh." 3-6 Mafia's DJ Paul and Young Money President Mac Main also jumped on a video call with BG, while Boosie celebrated his return on X, writing, "Jizzle back, just holla at my dog, hashtag thank you Jesus." Real, right there. So what are your thoughts on BG receiving a warm welcome from the hip-hop community after coming home? Let us know in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
So Holden,
Shit,
Holden
welcome
said,
home.
"Word, big facts." Sis. So Holden said he was unaware of who BG is. So BG is 1/4 of the Hot Boys and all the guys that were at
Cash
Cash
money.
Money. Actually, for your just for your education purposes, right?
He's a
BG
cash money
was
nigga.
literally the first artist at Cash Money before anybody. So before Wayne got there, before Turk got there, before Juvenile got there, BG was there. BG was like the flagship star artist of Cash Money for years. It was just that Juvenile happened to be the first one to blow up with Ha and then everything else. And then the Hot Boys with Bling Bling and Hot Girl and all this shit. But BG was like the star. And so like BG and C Murder is Master P's brother, who's also locked up, are like the two guys that like people have been waiting for in the South to be released
I think C
for a
Murder.
long time.
I don't know if this is Chi Man or sorry T or not, but I heard that song by Monica, "You Should Have Known Better," was for C Murder. That's what I
I mean,
heard.
they used to, if I'm not mistaken, they used to date or something like that before he went to jail. So, um, wouldn't be such shocked. But yeah, um, definitely like the triple OG superstars out of the South, New Orleans specifically. And
You
so
know, Little Rain happy.
this is a big moment. You know what I mean? And a lot of people in New Orleans are really happy right now. Those guys were like the streets, like they were like the Casanova, K Flock of their generation. You know, like they're the guys that were really in these streets, really lived the life that people were talking about, and really
Right.
like the did the things that like everybody rapped about on records back then, and were actually in an era where most rappers were actually studio gangsters and didn't do what they said. BG and C Murder were not that. They were really doing what they said, and so they were locked up. But now BG is free, and hopefully C Murder is free soon too.
Hmm. That would be good. Fair. I'm happy BG's out.
Word, yo.
So yeah, the next one is Kanye is in a little bit of trouble following last week's
I love
incidents.
it.
So Kanye West and his wife are reportedly being investigated by police over obscene boat antics. Hey, what's up, I'm A-Dub, and you gotta check this out. So photos and videos surfaced late last month of Kanye baring his butt cheeks with his wife, Bianca Censori, spotted with her head in his lap in a sexually suggestive position. Now, according to the Daily Mail, Venice police are looking to take action following the couple's apparent intimate moment in public. The driver of the boat has been identified and is expected to be questioned about what he saw, while police are also asking photographers to hand over the images that were taken. A Venice police source told the outlet, "There are standards of public decorum that have to be followed by tourists and locals alike, and any breaches are severely punished." The images of West with his trousers down while in a taxi as he and his partner crossed the lagoon were seen all over the globe. You could clearly see his trousers were half down, and we have received complaints from people who witnessed it. Now we have identified the driver of the boat, and we will be asking him what he saw as well. The images show the couple clearly in a state of intimacy, and if the local prosecutor decides to press charges, then we will notify the couple, most probably through the relevant embassies. The offense being investigated acts contrary to public decency, which is punishable by an administrative sanction. A spokesperson for the boat company, which recently banned West and Bianca for life, said they were completely unaware of the incident and that Kanye West and his wife would have been kicked off if the driver had noticed. The driver had to keep a lookout for traffic and did not see these obscenities. If this had happened, he would have immediately disembarked and reported the transgressors to those in authority. A counselor for public security in Venice stated, without any shadow of doubt, what we saw from the couple was a lack of respect for Venice, which is the most enchanting city in the world. A source close to the city's mayor added, by chance the monthly meeting on public security is imminent and this sort of behavior will be discussed. Venice is famous for being one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and we expect tourists to maintain a respectable level of decency when visiting. These public acts of spectacle are not what we or the millions of tourists who come here each year wish to see, and we take a very dim view of it. We can only hope that the prosecutor imposes a fine, and then the couple will think long and hard about their behavior if they return to Venice in the future. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell.
You guys covered this last week.
So what?
Yeah. We can bring it back.
So what?
I like that video. You know, I just watched a whole other YouTube video about how mad Venice is about tourists in general, right? Because, like...
They're like, don't come over here.
Basically,
That's
yeah.
what-
Because, like, what happens is it starts off where it's a nice balance. You got some tourists, your city's cool. Then all of a sudden the pharmacy closes and now it's a tourist shop. Then all of a sudden the grocery store closes and now it's a tourist shop. The doctor's office
Oh, you mean
closes
they get gentrified like we do? Got it.
and so it's all like, but it's focused not even on like people moving in. It's just to appeal to rich tourists. So the people living there are like, hold up. And then year over year, the number of people who go increase. And then it's just turned into a bunch of Americans getting wasted and apparently getting public fellatio on a boat. So
I
like,
mean, if
I feel like Kanye is like the example of the problem they're describing. That it was just like, oh yeah, I guess that's the same place, eh? Look at that. Maybe I'm not mad at Kanye. If I'm not mad at him.
too.
I'm just saying I would probably would have done it too. But I totally understand why Venice might be mad at Kanye and how this is apparently a bigger issue for Venice in general.
I mean, though, he could have just went in that little booth in the bottom. There was like a little private area in the bottom. He could have just did it right there. They probably would have not seen though. But like, yeah.
I could be mistaken, but the origin of the word paparazzi comes from Italy, and Italians were like literally like the inventors of fandom and obscene fandom. So like, for them to be the ones upset now at like stars bringing their fandom to Venice is like, chill out, buddy. Chill out.
Kanye has done nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong. He got Headie Mo on vacation. Who doesn't get Headie Mo on vacation? What the fuck is that about?
Like your man is married, he was with his wife, he paid for that ride, or she paid. One of them paid for the ride. If I'm getting on the ride, I'm getting head, bro. I'm in Venice. When does this happen? YOLO. Come on.
This is literally what the Venice people are complaining about.
Literally, maybe the Venice people should think about what they're complaining about, because clearly,
or come do
like,
it over here. Like, I'm not gonna get mad if you came over here and got your dick sucked in front of everybody, bro.
People get their dick sucked on the train in New York City. They get their dick sucked on
I
the bus.
definitely walked through a park and saw somebody getting fingered.
This is what I'm saying, bro. It's New York City. Like, we know that the tourists, like, yo, first of all, how dare you have a city that's a city and be upset at people wanting to come city in your city? What is happening here, folks?
In your city.
Like this is something that you do in cities. When I was in Montreal, you know what I noticed? You know what I noticed when I was in Montreal? How welcoming the sex scene was. You know why? Because they know that they got a city.
You're not necessarily gonna get well received if you get some head in the middle of one of them, like, you know, horse carriage things.
I disagree, Holden.
You don't know. You don't know that, Holden. I think you're speaking for all of Montreal without being able to speak for all of Montreal.
I seen them parent groups. I seen the internet.
You're talking about the judgment of the local eyes after it's done. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, what really matters here is, like, will they be able to get away with it because you're sitting in a city?
Yeah, you could. To be fair, you could probably get away with it.
You could probably get away with it. You know why?
Although I did hear. Okay, so I did hear one story where some people were in an alley in Montreal, and the girl went down, but her face got caught on a camera, but he did not. So because of that, the people who own the store pressed charges on, like, I was forced to be exposed to this without consent, whatever the fuck that charge is. And then the cops were able to locate her and deal with that situation because people in the neighborhood knew who she was. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. So that's some shit that happened in Montreal.
Snitches get
Just be
stitches,
careful
yo.
about getting head next to some of them stores is all I'm trying to say.
Hey, if I go to Montreal and y'all start snitching, I'ma treat you like they do in New York. Play with me if you want to. It's gonna be crazy.
As Bonnie says,
Bonbon
no
in the
face, no
comments.
case.
Mm-hmm. Bonbon in the
Just wear
comments
that
with the
mask
gangster
before you
talk.
go down.
All I do know is that guess what happens in a city? City shit. Which
Yeah.
City
is
shit.
Like, let's not.
indecent exposure.
Listen, all them
Indecent
country people is
exposure.
just fucking in the woods.
Yes, also, which is like, I don't know why you complain when you do the same thing in the town. Like, come on now. Come on
They're
now.
like, we have the woods.
We have woods too.
I'm glad that as the years go, the old die and new things are accepted.
Yes.
Damn.
I don't know how much public head's gonna get accepted in the future, to be real with you, but I'm with
Yo,
it.
you don't know, Holden. You're very presumptuous today, Holden. Very
I'm
presumptuous.
just, it's just I don't
You
know
don't
whatever.
know. You don't know the
I'm
future.
just trying to
You don't got a
picture.
crystal ball.
I don't have a crystal ball to
Leave
predict
Holden
whether or not
alone.
people will be encouraging public sex in the future. You're right. Maybe it's orgies and gangbangs as far as the eye can see. It could be. I'm not mad at that
Maybe,
future.
maybe,
I saw some
maybe
things at
Vegas
that
turns
hippie
into the
festival.
town.
So Kanye
I
West
could
is.
see once we legalize gambling and get casinos in New York City, I could see Times Square going back to the '80s glory days, '70s
Ooh.
glory days.
I'm here for it though. I'm gonna be real.
Because that shit really didn't go nowhere. It's still there. It's just underground over there and off to the
Well,
side. It's like 6th and 7th and Broadway are all Disney, and then 8th Avenue. Soon as you get over by fucking Port Authority, it's the Boulevard of Broken
it's
Dreams
both.
and
It's
fucking,
both.
what I mean? Like, it's scary over there. It's scary hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's not where
um,
you want to be.
so,
Fair.
I could easily see that coming back to the blocks that are Disney right now.
That's true.
I
I
don't.
see it already because there's people sleeping in the streets right now. It's like it's looking real crazy in the city these days. But
Mm,
that's because we got a lot of migrants over here now, and it's
Nah, I mean,
crazy.
that's just always. New
You
York has
know,
always had a lot
no,
of
it's a
homeless
lot.
people
Yeah,
sleeping
but
in the street.
it's a lot more now.
no,
But
I mean
it's
Montreal. Like I can say
people are
Montreal's a
trying
lot more.
to
Like
people are
There
trying to
definitely is
make
more
us.
homeless.
God damn it! Listen, people are
Yeah.
trying to make us hate them by like always like trying to put a negative light. And I've always felt that was like whack because they're not asking for a lot of shit, bro. It's like they got families, they human. So I kind of feel like it sucks to see how like people are like taking these like negative like pictures and posts. I'm like, yo, meanwhile, you see a lot of them and they trying to get work. They trying to do what they got to do just like everybody else out here.
yeah, and it's gonna get worse as I imagine because that like rent moratorium is done. So
I was gonna
people's.
say, I think that this is a global, countrywide issue, nation, continent-wide issue because of the fact that like the cost of living is going up, and people keep on losing their homes, and so there just is a lot more homelessness all
Also,
around the
like,
board.
but
You
also on
know,
top of that, there's Airbnb. As much as I like Airbnb because it's wonderful for me, like, both our cities
Well,
had
in
the
New
same
York,
problem.
Airbnb got
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that it's about to get more expensive to stay in New York.
look that up so you can show Dutch real quick. Look, New York
Yeah,
Airbnb
I don't
Actually,
know.
that's
I don't know
news.
if it's about to happen or if it has happened, but I saw that and I'm like, oh
I
fuck my
believe it. I
life.
believe it has in New York. New York City has really cracked down on the whole Airbnb shit. Flacco. I don't know if you know about it,
Yeah, I'll
but
find a video. We can bring that up right quick.
they've also realized that a lot of people were like using Airbnb for squatters, and it's like a whole bunch of shit. They did like a whole thing about it. Like it was
New
really.
York beginning its crackdown on rentals today, and this could be a biggie. Robert Frank is here to discuss.
Yeah, Kelly, maybe it's 10,000 doors closing when you talk about Airbnb.
Wow.
They have about 40,000 listings. Some say it's going to be 10,000, maybe over 20,000 listings that disappear after today, because today marks the first day that New York will start enforcing this new law, which Airbnb says is a de facto ban on Airbnb. So what it says is you have to be present if you're renting out your apartment. You can't just rent out a whole apartment
That's
and not be there.
crazy.
And so that's what a lot of people do. So you can't do
come
that.
to New York, you get an Airbnb, and the owner's not
The
there.
owner's not there. That's what makes it great. The other problem
It is
you
what
have to
makes
go
it
through research.
great.
So far, the city has only approved 250 applications. There are tens of thousands of listings out there. So just to get it approved is difficult. The city doesn't have the staff to approve them, but also there are all these building regulations that you have to go through to get approval. So many people say this is the end of many of the Airbnb listings in New York, and some say 70% of the listings could disappear after today.
When you say building regulations, you're talking about city regulations
City code.
affecting city codes affecting buildings, and you
That's
have to
right.
comply with all of these things. And there's a bureaucrat somewhere.
There's no way at least one of the Airbnbs I stayed in was up to whatever city codes. Like, absolutely, one of them spots was not.
Yeah.
In
I mean, the first spot that you
Another
came
big
to.
part of this is many buildings.
That one looked like they tried way harder than the second. Like, one of the spots I went to, like, it was like there was no window that opened. The heater was kind of like, it felt like some, like, basement room that got converted. Like, the bathroom was added on after the fact and shit. Like, I was like, I mean, it was alright, but it definitely didn't feel like a legal establishment.
That's probably why
Enforcement
this
boards have
shit's happening.
forbid people from doing this. And once you call the city and say our building doesn't allow it, even if you apply, you can't get it because the city now has that record of your building not participating in Airbnb, not allowing it.
Have other cities put in place similar regulations, and what has the experience been there?
This is among the most stringent in the country, but there's been a whole escalating series of regulations. Dallas, Philadelphia, New Orleans just passed recent regulations. And the good news for Airbnb is that people have found a lot of loopholes, a lot of way around it, and they're just not enforced. I mean, is New York City really going to send someone to an apartment and say, oh, you weren't there when this
To the owner.
to the owner
wasn't
a
here.
neighbor might report.
A neighbor, and that's what started this. A lot of neighbors were complaining about this. And you could say, well, I was at the store or whatever. So they're really difficult to enforce, and I think you're going to see a big decline initially and a big decline in revenue for Airbnb, but eventually it'll creep back, and that'll be people that are just sort of working, finding loopholes, finding ways around it.
Is the argument part of this that, I mean, as we talk about a lot, rents have been at record highs in Manhattan, and there's some concern people are buying up properties just to rent them out for Airbnb. They're sitting vacant 80 to 90% of the time, and maybe somebody would like that property as a rental themselves. I mean, is that part of the reason why they're moving in this direction, or no?
It is now the reason they're moving in this direction.
Right, see? Told you.
So rents were not a big part of this legislation when it was sort of bubbling up 2020, 2000. Now with rents hitting an all-time high in July, $5,600 for the average rental in Manhattan. What people say is all these Airbnbs have sucked inventory out of the rental market into Airbnb.
Shit, there's like no Airbnbs left. It's
done,
fucking
bro.
crazy.
It's done.
Like, I mean, they're all affordable, but that you're living with somebody in all of them.
This could bring that inventory back and lower rents. That's the hope. We'll see whether it works.
Yeah.
All right, that's fascinating stuff.
Oh, that's not encouraging news. Like,
Sorry,
look, don't get me wrong.
guys.
On some real shit though, like it is
I
a
don't ever
problem.
fuck with Airbnb in New York City, so.
Cause like here's the thing, like in Montreal, at least in most major cities, it's like a lot of people have built shit for Airbnb purposes, and like a lot of people just kind of get units to flip. So like, it takes away housing on some legitimate shit, and
Do
like
you know how weird it will be to go rent an Airbnb and the owner's like literally right there?
I did
Like
it
that's just
once.
gonna be like, I know this is your house, bro, but like,
No, I did that one time. Cause like with
It's
when I
like,
went to,
it's like
and
doing
it
a
was
rental
like,
room.
and then the guy like wanted to holler, and he was really like it was the day of the Immortal Technique interview, and then he was like, "You met Immortal Technique? I met him one time," and then he really wanted to talk to me and shit, but I had to go, and it was awkward. Not like he was uncomfortable. It was just he was so enthusiastic, and I'm like, bro, I really gotta go. I know you want to hang out with me right now, and it's like personally, I don't need that before coffee. That's just how I feel about that.
he said, I don't need that before coffee. Heard you. Heard you.
Like at least let me
But
have that
yeah,
like hour.
man. Listen, they trying to crack down on a lot of stuff, so good luck to Airbnb because this might really flip the shit for them.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt them. Flacco's like, let's go back to Kanye.
I mean, nah, I don't really, you know what I mean? Fucking use Airbnb in New York City because I live here, you know. But and then like when I'm trying to get like a space to do a space type of thing, I usually end up getting on PeerSpace or another app
Mm.
that does like big space rental type shit. I never really went to um Airbnb to shoot like anything, you know. So like I really just don't really have anything to add because I've never used it in New York. I use Airbnb everywhere else.
Well, we live
Yeah,
in New York.
yeah.
Right. Exactly
That's
my
more
point.
like that's more sucky for people like Holden
It is
and
way more
like
Yeah,
sucky.
yeah.
everybody
I
that's
mean,
coming. And also, a lot of the reasons is because so many people tried to like hostile take over the apartments too. Like there were a lot of court cases of people like squatting after they rented it. So it was crazy. A lot of people was wilding out with that Airbnb shit.
you know what's gonna be crazy though is there's just not gonna be more hotels right away. So it's just gonna be like a mad fat race to get to New York with a lot less lodging. Hotels about to raise their prices. That's trash.
Yeah.
Might have to look at
I
that
mean, I
hostel.
don't think the hotels ever really raised it. Like they didn't ever. Hotels just kept on operating as is because their business is like they get so much business because people. There are people. There's so many people that just don't fuck with Airbnb.
No,
You know,
Bonnie's
they
straight
just
a
do
hotel
old school.
person. Bonnie's like, fuck that. I want someone to do my sheets every day. I want the whole
Yeah, exactly.
amenities. I want all that shit.
I'm not gonna lie. Me and the wife, like after doing a couple Airbnbs, we decide because we went to one Airbnb that was just like it was just too many rules. It was just like, bro, I'm not. I'm on
Yeah.
vacation. I'm not here to do your laundry for you or anything like that. Like this is not what I signed up for. So like we just kind of have gone back to just hoteling it because of that same reason. Like I don't want to
Hmm.
deal with I want you to come do my sheets while I'm out for the day. I want you to come fucking fluff my pillows. I want you to come
Yes.
fucking bring me new towels. I want all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Come tend to me
Yep.
hand and foot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
That's
on
all of
vacation.
my vacations. I'm in the hotel. I'm not in the Airbnb, but it's still,
But you know what though?
sucky for some people,
I've also done big group Airbnb. Like we did a big group for Airbnb in Vegas where we did like
I did for my birthday, remember?
it was eight rooms or 10 rooms, and all 10 rooms had nothing but queen and king or king size beds, and then it was like six single, like one king size bed, and then like two bedrooms with like four, three king size beds in them. You know what I mean? And a jacuzzi, a pool. Like it was nice. But like then you know what? I did Verbo in Houston and rented like a little like a fucking mansion. Um and yeah, I don't know. I think that might be that's where those apps are the wave when you're doing a big crib with a big group of people. You know
I
what I mean?
mean, I'm gonna say
Um,
that like when you're not living as Littyyy as Flacco, Airbnb was a fucking godsend. I'll put it like that. Some of us are not there yet, right? We're on the way,
uh,
but we're not there yet.
on
So,
your way, on your way. You're on your way, sir. You're
but,
all on your way.
Yeah, because I stay in hotels. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
but
Holden.
like, I
I stay in
mean,
hotels. I take city
but
buses.
to
Them
keep in
shits
mind, I'm not
wild, but like
necessarily
I'm
coming to New
bougie.
York on vacation, right? Like, I've been coming down to film
I'm mad bougie.
podcasts. So, like, to me, it feels more like a work trip. Like, as much as it's fun, but like, there's like a mission. It's like the goal isn't necessarily to relax. Hell, it's barely to be in the Airbnb. Like, the goal is to be out there doing
Yeah,
filming or whatever. So I can't say other than the first time I went to New York, which was I like that Airbnb. We could smoke weed inside. That was a huge advantage. If you can smoke weed inside, it makes me feel way better about the Airbnb. Um, but the rest of it was like I'm
they
there to
were in the
film.
hood. They
Yeah.
were actually they weren't even in the hood. You know where they were, Sarah? They were right by the Third Ave bridge or the Willis Ave Bridge. But
No,
and
it's Third
literally
Ave.
okay, right, the Third Ave Bridge, right
It
where
was
they
like,
were building all those new buildings, but before they built the
yeah,
buildings.
that was the downside. There was
So
construction.
so like, you know what I mean? That whole area is wild bougie now. But before, like just
Yep.
3 years ago, just three simple years ago, the shit was
Not
not
that.
that. It goes to show you how quick like this area is changing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is gonna
Yeah.
be the first area that they take over for sure. Now that area over there has like a whole row of bars and restaurants, and it's wild popping over
Yeah, I know.
there.
I
Like
remember
it's like
walking
the
through that and I
Williamsburg
was
of the
like,
Bronx.
this is inviting.
Hmm.
It felt nice. And there's colorful murals everywhere and a lot of
Yeah, yeah,
effort.
Yeah,
It's
that shit did look
beautified.
like that.
yeah.
Anyhow, Kanye teased some new music is apparently what we have going on. So Kanye's getting some head and putting out some music.
I'm loving it.
So Kanye West previewed some new music for Steve Lacy. What's up, it's Asia Sky for Hip Hop DX. And check this out. Kanye West made a rare public appearance in Ireland over the weekend to meet up with longtime friend and potential collaborator Steve Lacy. On Friday, September 1st, Steve Lacy performed at the Electric Picnic Festival, and during his set, Ye was present in the audience, and the two were even photographed hugging each other after linking up. According to Kirko, Kanye played Steve Lacy some new music during their time together. Only a brief clip of the song was recorded by an attendee who didn't even point the camera up, so it seems like it wasn't a part of Steve Lacy's performance.
Make that normal speed.
Kanye is reportedly
That shit sound like that Wu-Tang Kanye. Woo-hoo!
back in the studio
Damn,
for his new
son.
album, as new information surrounding the LP's theme has hit social media. Ye is said to be gearing up for his next release, and according to prominent leaker and Surge, the project is shaping up to be a combination of The College Dropout and The Life of Pablo. So what do you think about
Nice.
Kanye West playing new music?
Wow.
Do you
Wow.
Let's go,
College
Kanye.
Dropout meets fucking
Pablo.
Life of Pablo? What? My gosh.
It's about to get ugly out in the streets for everybody. It's gonna get dark when he
Nah,
drops
yeah,
that shit.
it's competition
It's about to
time
get dark.
again. It's
It's gonna
competition
get
time
dark.
again. Drake
They
is
gonna remember
gonna
who the fuck
drop.
Kanye is.
Drake
They
is
gonna
gonna
fuck
drop.
remember who the fuck
Kanye is
Kanye
gonna
is.
drop. Niggas is gonna be competing again. They're gonna be talking about each other
And
again.
I'ma love it, and I'ma download
I'ma love every
all
single minute
that
of it. I'ma love every
shit.
single minute of it.
I'ma
What?
download all that shit.
I was
Oh,
just listening.
speaking of, Kendrick's been saying names too in that leak that just appeared.
Oh.
Now, granted, this is old Kendrick saying it, but the leak conveniently appeared now. So, let me find that right quick. But yeah, that shit
That
just.
is probably that super makes more sense because the thing with Big Sean was like a while ago now. It was
Yeah,
it was that whole mortar mouth shit, and it was a minute ago. So, but I'm sure Big Sean will still take it personally.
Kendrick
And aim
Lamar's
some
song
bullets.
Element just had a demo version leak, and on it, he's dissing everyone.
Digital and physical on all y'all act. Fuck subliminals, I put you on that roll call. French Montana speaking on me in interviews. Very cynical, dry hating something I don't approve. J Electronica through silences on my Grammy night. Another dead prophet, hoping the God to give him life. Big Sean keep sneak dissing, I let it slide. I think his false confidence got him inspired. I can't make them respect you, baby, it's not my job. You're finally famous for who you date, not how you rhyme. Boy. Cute ass raps, get your puberty up. They make you a classic album before you come at us. Drake and McMill beef might got you gassed up. But now I'm a whole nother beast, I really fuck you up. Wish a nigga would.
See how that appeared today on my timeline.
Kenny's gotta relax. Kenny's gotta relax.
Listen. It's gonna be interesting for hip hop if all three just I need this to happen. We need this to happen. It's not a negative thing. They not gonna fight. They lover boys. They not gonna
Nah,
fight.
I
It's gonna be crazy out.
I definitely been saying, and on before I went on 2 week hiatus, Sarah, we were going on a string of weekends or week shows, right, where we were talking about the shots going back and forth between Kendrick and Drake again recently. So it's already it's heating up, and I was saying when it first came out, I was like, yo, Niggas need to go at it or let it go already. You know what I mean? Like this time around, it's got to be you saying names and y'all go full war, like take over an Ether and Jay-Z and Nas, or y'all stop sneak dissing because it's too many years of sneak dissing, nigga. Either go to war or shut the fuck up about it. But it does smell in the air of like niggas is really gonna go to war, and that's good. That's good for our
So who
entertainment.
do you think is gonna have an ether or takeover moment? Who do you think is gonna do it?
I mean,
I feel
listen,
like
I think
Drake is
that
Because
gearing
I
up to
feel like,
take
so
on
this is how I
everyone.
feel. I feel like if Kendrick Lamar would have dropped that verse originally, that probably would have been his takeover moment. And I feel like I'm not, see, Kendrick's not whack. That's what's gonna make it fun to listen to. You get what I'm
hmm
saying? Because you know all three of them is bar heavy, right? Even if
hmm
Kanye isn't like fucking lyrical, spiritual, whatever, it doesn't matter. Kanye be having these little one-lining quotes that really are haymakers. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? And then you got
hmm
somebody like Drake who is such a dickhead. Like he raps dickhead. He comes like he does this like, and it's
That
amazing when
Jay
he
Z
does it.
shit. It's that Jay Z shit. It's that
It's
Jay
that
Z shit where like I condescending.
condescending
Yeah,
dickhead.
yeah,
It's amazing,
condescending.
right? Then
Yeah, yeah.
Kendrick's gonna take it from I'm a smart motherfucker, but I'm gonna talk to y'all because I'm really black. So it's gonna go really crazy.
I
It's
mean, which
gonna
is
get
like
really
nonsensical because like
crazy.
Kanye's really black. Like
No, I'm talking
Drake
about
is
when it
really
comes
black
between
too.
him and
You know,
Drake. Drake
like
he
he's
kinda.
black and Jewish. He's black. He's really black.
Like, he's got a whole ass black parent.
Right.
You
He's got a
right,
whole
you
ass black
right,
parent.
you right.
Like so he's
So
black.
I guess I mean, okay,
He's
so I
just
guess I
also
mean,
Jewish.
No. You're not wrong in what you're saying.
right, right. You get what I'm saying though.
That's what the streets will say, and that's what Kendrick will ride with, and people will ride with. But it's wrong, right? Like where we also understand and acknowledge that, like, yes, but like that's nonsensical talk. Like Drake is
All right,
also
now
black.
fuck all that, fuck
Like,
all that. Who you got? Who you got, son? Who you got? Drake,
nah,
Kanye, or you got
yo,
Henny?
I'll be real with you. I think more than likely the people are going to do the same thing that they did in Jay Z versus Nas, which is just give the win de facto to the guy who's their guy, which is Kendrick.
That's what I was
Like
thinking.
I think the people are just they want to see the demise of certain people, and Drake is one of those guys who people want to see fall on his face. So
But I
like,
That's
feel
crazy.
like
And then Kanye right now he still has the wrath of the
And he
people,
might be too
and so
viejo.
like yeah, I could see them easily like championing Kendrick. But when if you ask me, right, like as a betting man, how I like to bet, which is to bet on sure things, I'd be like, well, the safe bet is to go with the person who's won other battles with hit records that he makes in the battle. So that would be Drake. Like Drake easily has done this already. He's done multiple times now, like this is directly directed at someone and turns it into a hit fucking record, and like people are quoting this at the club, and that's another level of like this
This is
record
gonna be
shit.
fire.
That
yeah.
so like I would like my natural instinct as a betting man is to go Drake, but then my logic of like understanding humanity and how people fucking
Kendrick
like
might
look at
body.
this shit is like they're gonna champion Kendrick. It don't matter if Kendrick wins or not. It's that they're going to champion him to the win.
Do
Period.
you feel like it'll be a champion to the win the way maybe people are saying Ether was being championed?
Yeah,
Because there
because
were a lot of people.
when you really look at it, Ether wasn't a great record. It's just that people were so happy to see
And
Nas
Nas said
going
something.
at Jay. Yeah, yeah, like like people were looking at Nas like, damn, he getting bullied. The God MC is the underdog. Nah, and then yeah, the underdog wins because they want the underdog to win. But like he didn't really say nothing in the this nigga talk about you rat face, you fucking you dick sucking lips, which is like what? Hey yo,
He said, "What is
okay.
it? Dame Dash, Dame Diddy, or Dame Dummy?" Oh, I
Like
get it.
none of it.
You Biggie and he's Puffy.
That was the best line in the whole thing, which was like that was a good reference. This, but like everything else was very like like kitty jabs and shit. While like Jay was like, "Yo, nigga, like you sold five. That's a one hot album every 10-year
10-year
average, and that's
average.
fucking lame, nigga."
Mind you,
Like
I
he was
just
giving him
finished hearing.
facts. Like he was
I
giving
think
him facts.
Jay and him did a song recently with Jay's bars. I'm not gonna lie, he's saying some shit. I have reposted it. I gotta send it to y'all, but it's a Jay-Z. That might have to be song of the week this week. We're gonna have to look that joint up. But I feel like Jay-Z got his
Jay
bars
Z
on.
But do you really think that
Blueprint
Drake?
2 was like, check this out, Holden, real quick. Let me to remind Sarah of this. Blueprint 2 was really the crowning effort of all them disses back and forth between each other. When you look at Blueprint 2, it was
All of
so
them are on there. Super
it was
Ugly's on
check it
there.
though. Nah, but
Yeah.
check it though, real quick. Blueprint 2 was so good that 10 years later, after it dropped, Hollow the Dawn used that same exact verse and that same exact format to diss Loaded Lux, and it won him that battle. You know what I mean? Like that shows you how good Jay-Z's writing on Blueprint 2 was as a diss record to Nas. So like it's one of those things where like, yo, I don't know. I think Blueprint 2 might be the crowning effort out of all that shit. But I do think that Kendrick will be championed by the people and they will make him number one in the winner.
But
But I
like,
think Drake will
do you
probably
really
like
like?
really
Because
hit like where it really
I feel
hurts.
like what you were saying originally, where like people are gonna just kind of pick their person. Like I kind of feel like that's gonna play out, including with Kanye, because as much as there's Kanye hate, now time's gone by and nobody cares about it anymore.
Nah,
And people,
definitely people like me and Sarah are gonna be on Kanye's side the whole time.
so like,
We're gonna be standing.
but
I'm
that's what
gonna
I mean.
stand
Like,
Kanye. I'm gonna stand Kanye
I'm
all the
like,
way
I
through
just
this
feel
shit,
like
baby.
Drake
You know what I
fans and
mean?
Kanye
I'm gonna be like,
fans,
nah.
like, so Drake and Kendrick fans
Kanye could
value.
drop poop.
We believe
They
in
value
Jesus.
such different things,
We
right? Like,
believe in Jesus.
Part 2,
like
part
y'all
We
are on
doo,
believe
that
in
part
camp.
doo
Jesus.
doo,
Drake
part
fans are
doo
gonna be
doo.
like all about the money, all about the whatever, that side of it, and that's what's gonna determine it. And then the hit single of the club, and then Kendrick's is gonna be like a whole other crowd of people that really like that side.
It doesn't matter what they say. The moment Jesus speaks,
Fair.
that's it.
I
That's it.
understand where y'all are at. I get it. I think
You gotta
Kanye.
understand, Kanye's the OG in the situation, right? So he
Right.
ain't gotta do too much. He can let these little motherfuckers fight. He
That's what
ain't
I'm
gotta
telling
do
you.
too
That
much. You
he
dig?
could, yo, he
So
could drop.
basically,
Kanye could drop Poop Diddy Scoop Part Doof.
Yo, I really
And let me
like
tell
that
you
Poop Diddy
something.
Scoop song.
That shit, he could drop that shit Part 2, and that wins the battle for me. Already
everything.
telling you where I
That's it.
stand.
Song over. That's
Like,
it.
yo, like
Breaks
Drake
it down.
and me and Kendrick will rap their asses off, and all Kanye got to do is Poop Diddy Scoop Part 2, and
Do that.
yo, that's it. Kanye won.
Over with. You have to understand, this is not just anybody. This is Kanye motherfucking West.
Kanye fucking West, bro.
If it wasn't for
He's the
Kanye
fucking
West,
Michael
hold on,
Jackson
let's
of
talk
our
truth.
era.
Let's talk truth, Holden. We're gonna talk truth now. You see, I'm gonna say some real shit. People gonna get mad. It's unpopular opinion, but these are the facts. These are the facts. The timeline will show you that Kendrick Lamar and Drake are they. This is Kanye's sons, bro. These are his sons. For
His children.
instance, when Kanye
They're
West
born out of his rib.
squashed his beef, when he squashed his beef with Drake, I want you to understand they did a live show on Amazon Prime, and Kanye West by himself shut down the whole shit to the point where Drake only did one song because Kanye exposed in that same fucking night that he actually wrote, "Just hold on, I'm going home," or did his bars. Because that day on live on Amazon Prime is the day that Kanye West gave Drake a Tati Quieto.
Yo, you see this? You see this? You see
It
this?
looks like your mood ring.
This is a mood ring. Okay.
Coming soon, by the
And
way. Coming soon, by the way.
and for you guys, it looks blue. but
It
on my
does look
end,
blue.
it shows purple, right? So dark blue and purple are here. It's either a high level of happy or a sense of purpose and genuine clarity. Genuine clarity because I know Kanye gonna win, nigga. Cause I
Oh,
know Kanye
talk that
gonna win.
shit.
Oh
Talk
my
that
Cause I
shit.
know
god.
Kanye
Talk that
gonna
shit.
win.
Alright.
Cause
Talk
I
that
know
shit.
Kanye gonna win.
Alright.
Cause
I feel
Kanye
you.
wins at everything, always.
Everything.
Kanye never
Everything.
lose, never
So
lose at nothing.
Everything. That's it.
fair. Alright. So next up we have the Diddy publishing rights story where
I'm
we
so
brought it
over
up.
it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
No, I want to hear Flacco's version of it all. So we're gonna run it.
So Diddy has given publishing rights back to some of his bad boy artists. Hey, it's Asia Sky for Hip Hop DX, and check this out. Diddy has now proven himself to be much more generous than previously believed, as now he's returned the lucrative bad boy publishing rights to the artists. According to TMZ, artists such as Mace, The Lox, and the estate of the Notorious B.I.G. all now have the rights to their own music, as do the songwriters of several of some of their biggest hits. Acts like Faith Evans and 112 have also reportedly been given back their publishing. What's more, sources with direct knowledge of the deal told the outlet that Diddy was offered 9 figures for the catalog and chose instead to revert the publishing rights back to the artists. According to TMZ, we're told the rationale for this boils down to wanting to revolutionize the industry with this, to empower artists and to switch up the dynamic, which has been a certain way for a long time. As a part of his legacy, Diddy's hoping to enrich others in his community. And while Diddy has been seeming to take a new, more artist-centric approach lately, things weren't always this way. And back in January of 2020, Mace took to Instagram to blast Diddy's way of doing business, and he claimed that Diddy took advantage of him by giving him just $20,000 for his publishing rights when he first joined Bad Boy, and later turned down his $2 million offer to buy back his catalog. However, last week, Cameron took to Instagram to hint that Mace had received his publishing back from Diddy. Cam wrote, Murda had to sit this one out. He just got his publishing back from Puff. Just finished the paperwork for that yesterday. Congrats at RSVP Mace. While he getting his music back in order, I'm dumping my hard drive. The Lost Files, Volume 1, September 8th. So what do you think of Diddy giving bad boy artists back their publishing? Let us know your thoughts.
What do you think?
Yo, first off, a lot of people don't understand anything about the music industry, and they villainize Puff. They villainize Puff for years, and they don't villainize nobody else that much. And I think that's a crying shame. Diddy didn't ever do nothing wrong. Diddy did business in the music industry like every other businessman in the music industry did. He didn't do no business that was worse than any other industry executive. I promise you this. He never did any business that was worse than the business Jimmy Iovine did, the business that fucking Leo Cohen did, the business that fucking Tommy Mottola did, the business that fucking Clive Davis did. Like all of them motherfuckers did shady, dog ass, regular music industry business, which isn't even really that bad. First off, let me explain something to everybody who like doesn't understand the music industry. This shit is a fucking high level loan, okay? So when you get given your advance money, that shit isn't what you think it is. Most people think that advance money is here goes money for being so awesome and great. We just think you're awesome and great, and here goes some chavos for your pocket because we love you and we think you're awesome. That is not what your advance is. Your advance is an advance on the fucking product that is gonna bring in fucking money. So they expect you to dump in your fucking money to the. So when you go and you get that first money and you go fucking spend it on a new car, a new home, a new chain, a new anything like that, you're now incurring debt upon debt, okay? Because it's an advance on a loan. They're gambling on you. They're gambling that you will be a star. They're hoping that you will be a star. But let me tell you something, baby. You can have everything lined up. You could be Jay-Z and Beyonce's child, and it will not work out for you because that's just how shit goes sometimes. You can have everything going for you. You can have all the money, the labels, the fucking producers, the writers, the hit records written for you, and just something just don't connect. It happens with WoW artists that didn't even have the touch given to them. And then nowadays you got these people that they call like industry plants that aren't really industry plants. It's just, yo, they have people in their life who are in the industry and they have a leg up on the competition. But really, like, none of this shit is unfair. The fans are always like crying and whining about like what the fucking labels are
Well,
not doing. And it's
it's
like the
because they.
labels are
It's
just
because
doing
also like.
general business. They're investing, hold on. They're investing money, time, people, resources into hoping that you can recoup all of that investment. And if I invest $5 million into you, I expect to make $20 million back before you make a dime. because I invested 5. So now I got to make back what I spent times 4 to feel better. Okay. And then you can start making money. But like people don't want to talk about shit like that. But it's because they don't know how business runs. Because that's how business runs, period, across the board. Or else your favorite businesses wouldn't be able to stay in business because they wouldn't be profitable. Everything needs to be profitable. And if it's not profitable, then it's not a fucking business. So like we wouldn't have it. You wouldn't be able to enjoy all the music you've enjoyed throughout the years if the industry didn't run like the business that it fucking is. And we have all these classic songs and music and moments because they did invest in wow people that were the ones that we loved and that we cherished. And then some of those people they invested in, they were just fucking one hit wonders. And then a whole bunch more people that they invested in were duds. And we didn't like any of them. And they just fucking ate that shit. You know what I mean? They just ate that loss. Let me tell you something. As somebody who's eaten like a $5,000, $10,000 loss on my money, let me tell you something. That shit hurts. But that's what real hustlers do. I'm that motherfucker that's out here betting on himself. Same way that the labels are. So if they got the fucking balls to put their money where their mouth is, failed that many times, and keep on, it's kind of like DC. Like, yo, DC deserves, when they do get a home run, they're going to deserve it. Because it's like, you know how many times you motherfuckers came out here and failed miserably, and you kept going, son? I can't be mad at you when you get a hit. Because it's like, yo, you know what, though? Them niggas kept on trying, bro. They kept on going, and they kept on trying, and they got their hit. And now look at them. They're fucking out of here. They're fucking winning.
But it's also
And
like,
that's how the music industry works.
but
So,
it's also
like,
like you
don't be
mix
upset
that.
at Diddy or
But
They
anybody
you
people
else
know,
people
because they're
people just
to
don't
be
understand
honest,
it. Like, cause like people got this weird glorified like past view that art was this libertarian experience where everybody did it for the sake of great art and that only the best were like promoted and that there was never no business attached to it, despite the fact that all recorded music's an industry. Like the entirety of recorded music's been an industry. It's operated like if people really look into how shit used to work, man, they would just get you high since the 20s. Like if that's how they felt your genre of music was. Oh, you got to do some heroin, you make jazz. Like
live music was all that people cared about back in the day. They looked at like live music as it. You know what I mean? Like when they first started recording, it was just like, okay, we got the technology too, so we're going to, but like people didn't actually appreciate it in mass back then, right? Like it
no,
kept
like
on growing
yo, so what
and
happened? Like a real quick tangent. When they first released recording technology, everyone had access to it. So you would get your little like horn looking
nah, I'm
thing.
talking about like when they invented the on because
Yeah,
remember the
yeah,
first
it's the same.
recordings. I think isn't it like Mozart and Bach or one of them old classical guys? Like they were there
It's more
for
like the
I forgot which
no,
one.
it's like the 20s and shit. Like it's in the last 150 years,
Yeah,
guaranteed.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, maybe
It's like
Mozart's
early
that old. I don't know how
1900s.
old it. But yeah, like, but when they first invented the tech, right? They made it mass produced, and everyone had it attached to their record players, and people were making these home records, and everyone loved it. And they said, "Oh shit! Instead, why don't we prevent people from having access to record at home?" And they locked that shit down. So they took away that right, and then they or not right, but they took away access for people to make their little home vinyl recordings of their karaoke's and shit. And then they really created the record industry around that, around recordings, even though none of the original artists were really that interested in doing it. They didn't really understand it, but it's when they saw how much people liked recording themselves, they realized people would fuck with recordings of music.
well, now streaming's here, so fuck all that.
I don't know. Music history to me is so cool. Like the technological advancements of music and how it's like changed everything about music from going from a purely live experience to a completely like algorithm.
Everything's in your
Yeah,
hands now. You know what I'm
apparently
saying?
there was an acoustic era of recording that started in
Oh,
1877, and then that
fair.
worked all the way to 1925.
Right,
And
right.
then the electrical recording started in 1925 to 1945, and then magnetic recordings from 45 to 75, and then the digital era 75 to present.
So yeah, my shit's that 20s one.
Yeah, but still, the point is, Yeah, because apparently in the 1857, they recorded some like French uh, folk folk kind of song, and that's like the first recordings. Um, but the point is, like, none of that shit exists. Like, it's all the shit that like people always want. Like, people always want all this amazing shit for free. Like URL, like grind time battle rap, the fans stay miserable that they're not getting free upload of battles immediately after they happen to YouTube. And it's just like, yo, you are absurd, yo. The level of entitlement of your general fan of what they expect for free is like asinine. And it gets more and more asinine as time goes. You know what I
It's
mean?
the
Where like people are
Amazon.
like, yo, yeah,
It's like it's
they
because of
want that Amazon
Amazons
shit.
and like
Mm-hmm.
they're so comfortable and like it's a yo, it's like even doing local shows, right? Like I get compared, anything I do gets compared against Montreal tourism festivals, because in the minds of people it's what they're doing on a Friday. They want all this free big shit. Why are they really gonna come to my little rinky dink show? Where yeah, we can scale up, but even scaled up, we're still competing against fucking giant ass, 10,000
Free
people in the streets,
festival.
free ass,
Right,
and not bullshit names, like real
right,
names. Like that's hard to compete against 8 months of the year.
right, right,
So
right.
it's like kind of similar to that. That's how people end up treating like TV and entertainment across the board. Like Spotify made you get, well, I guess Napster made you get everything for free, and ever since then, why would you want to pay for it? Like I've
I
never,
mean, I think that things are just headed for a change period because there just has to be change always at all times. And so,
right.
like, I forecast that there definitely is going to be a change on the horizon. I just don't know if it'll be better or worse for the artists. But it gets figured out either way.
Mm,
Regardless, the point that I was trying to make is Diddy ain't no worse than any other executive. Diddy's a good man, and him giving up publishing exactly on the years that it gets to it is like regular music industry business. It's 30 years before you can get given your rights back anyway. And most that's why you see so many guys celebrating their 30th anniversary so heavy, because that's when they get to have their music back. And that's like period across the board. All the industry executives work like that. Um, Diddy was under Clive Davis, so Bad Boy was on Arista, which was under Sylvia Rhone at Time Warner. So that's like three executives. You know what I
right.
mean? Like three labels. Like you're getting, but you're also getting treatment that like nobody else is getting. You get to have fucking Sylvia Rhone be the fucking mama writing all the checks, fucking Clive Davis putting all his fucking cosign, and then fucking the immense genius of Puffy telling you to get in fucking shiny suits and fucking rap and sing over fucking 70 samples that like people loved, and like made that shit doper by adding some shakers to it. And like, yeah, that shit was crack. It worked for a whole ass fucking era. So we need to praise our fucking guys more, not fucking tear them down. And shouts to Diddy for doing normal music industry business, because I
Right.
don't even want to hype it up like he did anything special. He did, like, Nori was just on Drink Champs talking about being able to buy back um War Report at the 30-year mark. Like, this is literally like, if you listen and pay attention, like they're telling you like, yo, this is what it is. This is just plain old music industry business. After 30 years is when you can buy back your shit, if you have the money to be able to afford to buy back your shit. And then you can own your shit all the way out, right? But like, I also would feel the same way. If I was the one that invested all that money all them years back when you were fucking nobody on the block, and I saw the thing in you, and I was like, yo, you know what? Put a few $1 million behind this nigga. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm gonna recoup until it's I can't recoup no more. And you got to come at 30 years and ask to buy back your shit. I'm not just going to volunteer to give you your shit back. The fuck out of here, bro. Like, I'd be like, nah, son, I made the investment. Keep on collecting your checks that you make, you know, and I'm gonna keep on collecting my checks that I make. You know what I mean? So y'all all lucky that I don't run the music industry. Because clearly y'all be way more unhappy. How about that? Let's celebrate that shit.
All right, so with the pettiness, it's a great transition into Ja Rule and 50 Cent sparking their beefs back up.
I like this one.
I haven't seen these yet, so I'm excited.
I like this one.
So we just want to ask you, be honest, right? Do you feel like 50 has learned his lesson maybe with this incident?
No, he's an idiot.
Do you feel like it's karma coming back, or do you feel like it's karma coming back for all the stuff he did for you? Okay, just asking. Anything new coming up that you want to talk about, or?
Yeah.
You did good. You performed.
October 25th and 27th.
What's that?
Harlem Theater.
Lapping it up.
Comedy show.
No. No, I love that. Well, I got to get on the list. You got to give me an email. Well, we appreciate that. Thank you. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
Leaving them laid out there just as well, because we ain't playing up here in New York. Nigga, I'm from New York. New York. Never tell her what I want to say. Nigga, I'm from New York. 100 ways to make it clear. Yes, I'm from New York. New York. And you can tell I get real ignorant. Cause nigga, I'm from New York. New York. This is how we do. I can see the couple of noise. This ain't a movie. He got his head blown on the floor.
That Pop Smoke song is really good, though. That was the first video.
I don't get it.
Oh, he dissed him because
So
when he said how we do, he dropped the mic.
Ja Rule has clapped back at 50 Cent. What's up, it's Asia Sky here for Hip Hop DX. And check this out. Ja Rule and 50 Cent's longtime feud has continued on, with Ja Rule now responding to 50 Cent poking fun at him on social media. In the early hours of Thursday morning on September 7th, 50 shared a video of Ja Rule tied to a wooden column, a reference to the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, while he performed his biblical 2000 song, One of Us. In the caption of the video, 50 said, "Look at this head. Is he supposed to be Jesus? WTF, you can't make this up. LOL, so stupid." The clip, which was filmed at the 2023 BMI R&B Hip Hop Awards in Miami on September 6th, also showed Ja Rule surrounded by singers dressed in white church robes, with a projector screen depicting a sunset behind them on stage. This prompted a response from Ja Rule, who took to Instagram on a now deleted post to take aim at 50. He shared a photo of 50 Cent upside down with the caption, "We ain't forget, enjoy these criminal charges and lawsuit." 50 Cent was not the only artist who found the footage of Ja Rule amusing. His friends Tony Ayo and Uncle Murda also took to the comment section to laugh at Ja Rule.
Those guys are always going to be the first ones co-signing.
And do you think it will ever
like
come to an end? Let us know
their
your thoughts in the comment
livelihood
section.
is
Also subscribe to the
based
channel,
on
hit the
supporting
notification bell,
him.
and stay locked
You
in.
know, that's not fair. That's like saying Irv Gotti came to Ja Rule's defense. It's like, yeah, duh. Fuck, bro. They're fucking people. What are you? That's like people being like, oh, Dutch Vega defended Sara Kana. Like, yeah, what the fuck? What do you expect? Like, that's my fucking, what? It's my sister. So yeah, I'm gonna fucking always hold her down, and whatever she says, I'm gonna agree with it, even if I don't agree with it.
And just for the record, none of y'all gonna know when we don't agree with it. Because I'm gonna either, if we on Facebook, that's just family debates. That's everybody debating. That's one thing.
Right.
But I'll never be in front of y'all getting crazy with my brother. I'll just text him like,
Right.
but
So,
I'm seeing
all right,
50 in this
we only got a half hour left, right? And we got 3 trailers, and then we got 3 songs to get through, and the Patreon video, right?
Yeah.
So let's get to it. Let's get to these trailers. Yo, let me tell you something. There's 3 trailers because I couldn't do just. There's so much shit coming out this weekend.
It's coming.
2 movie trailers, and 1 series trailer. That's how we doing it this week.
okay.
I've been trying to tell y'all Brett Clayton's coming to rob your bank. I came to put a bullet in him.
My name is Johnny Black. I am no gentleman and I am no preacher.
I thought I would join you for breakfast. Hallelujah.
That man is not what he pretends to be. Didn't the Bible say to turn the other cheek?
I don't know. I mean, probably. Yeah.
I said stop.
Stop it. But it also said you could hit a bully with a slingshot. And this here's mine.
I'm crack shot, Mom.
Well, now you just shot.
I think ain't no preacher at all.
False prophets rose among the people. You know this vile man, Reverend Fairman? Reverend Fairman?
I'll be Reverend Fairman, and you'll be my deacon.
Now, why in God's name would I agree to do something like that?
There's oil been found on the property.
Hallelujah. Now, this town is about to come into a whole heap of money.
We must arm ourselves and prepare for the worst.
I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
I say, a life worth living is a life worth defending.
I was beginning to think I lost you to another woman.
If you have unforgiveness in your heart, then you are shackled to your past.
Put me down!
Say, turn it loose. Turn it loose. Turn it loose! If you don't drop your guns by the end of this sentence.
That wasn't a complete sentence.
That was dope. I felt like I watched the whole movie just now, though.
I did.
It's like it's the whole movie.
Nah, there's gonna be other moments in that movie. I could tell. The makers of Black Dynamite tells me a lot.
Wagner Books? Hello, yes. Nella, will you get me another coffee? Nella! Will you get Advil for me? Nella, bring 2 coffees. Nella, I need you to let Nella. Nella! Nella!
There's someone you have to meet. This is Hazel May McCall, my new assistant.
Really? Hi.
It's just really nice that you're here.
Right back at you. You know that hall of white people they have here?
Welcome to Wagner.
Wagner's just... You'll see. I am ready to recommend your promotion to assistant editor.
I lit so many intention candles for this.
What the...
You were bold and you have a lot of potential.
Something really strange happened.
I told you that company was a hellhole.
I'd feel sorry for anyone who was unfortunate enough to be in our way.
Did you come to my apartment last night?
What are you talking about?
I feel like I'm completely losing my mind. Hazel?
Hazel.
Girl, I told you.
Have you noticed Nella acting weird lately? She just seemed a bit off.
This has been driving me crazy.
Crazy.
I know that this sounds like a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, but every conspiracy about white people being whack ends up being true in like 20 years.
So today is Monday the 11th. That's Wednesday the 13th. You know what I mean? The other black girl looked interesting to me. And then this looked interesting to me too.
So,
This is a movie though.
what's your big goal, dream?
I want to be an astronaut.
Oh my God. You're serious? Okay.
I've wanted this for almost 30 years.
Ma, ¿para qué sirven las estrellas?
Every decision I've made with the space program in mind.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Jose Hernandez, sir. I'm an engineer.
You're the new guy, right? That third floor men's room needs toilet paper.
Going to space. It's a stupid dream. Last 10 candidates were chosen from 12,962 applicants. It's never gonna happen.
Those people who got into the program, what do they have that you don't?
They have skills that I don't have. It's taken them years to get where they are, but there's no guarantee. I know this is hard on everybody. My body hurts, I can't sleep. I know I can make this work. Over the last 10 years, I've applied to the space program 12 times, and I've been on the verge of giving up after each and every rejection. But you know what, sir? Here I am. So you could turn me down again, but rest assured, I'll be standing here again in a year.
We grew up watching our people make sacrifices. It's on us now.
Tenacity is a superpower.
This may not be your future, but it will always be your past.
Who better to leave this planet and dive into the unknown than a migrant farm worker?
5, 4, 3, 2.
You're not crying, are you, Pa?
No, hombre, no. Got into my eye.
Oh, that looked dope.
Coming to Prime this Friday. Same as the other movie that's coming out this Friday in theaters, I believe.
Dope.
Word.
Yeah.
Plenty of stuff to watch.
Plenty of stuff. Even though the writer's
And the
strike
series
will
is coming out
inevitably
Wednesday.
Dry it out.
Hulu.
And boom. Flacco Song of the Week.
Flacco Song of the Week.
Oh shit.
Look at Young Us.
Oh my God.
Look at Young
I
Us.
be chillin', drinking Heineken, smoking, getting high. Then my niggas be like, hey, yo, Dutch, kick around again. I'm the rapper Leviathan. From near Tyron, stay spitting fire, and I'm nowhere near
Yeah, you look mad
The
weekend.
music you desire, and the track stay hot. Haven't you started perspiring? You cannot stop my buzz from transpiring. To my level, you're aspiring, this word inspiring. I let my pen go, let my phlegm blow. It's we like Nintendo, blowing the endo. Game like bingo, we grip the lingo. We stop like Timbos, it's slice like Kimbo. Sharp as Ginsu, my style ninjutsu. Jump right into and damage tissue. Don't test the issue and I won't dish you. I slow it down as just continues.
This is too complex to rock to. Azu's the Bronx, the Manimals got you. It won't take much for Jesse to stop you. Not because I want, I do it because I got to. Chain smoker on the back of the 6 train. My pimp game, gotta walk into this way. So Ixnay on that bitch talk, slow down.
You don't wanna see how this shit can go down.
I'm trying to say the shit y'all niggas won't say. Just ask your wife about me, nigga, don't play. The moves I make, you moonwalk like Mike Jack. I know you like that, now give it right back. The chick I used to smut but get wiped out. See, all I ever told her bitch was turn the lights out. Flash, yeah, I took a picture of it. Slow down, I prove your baby father really nothing. You little bitches wanna test me, wow.
I'm a shotgun, slam it in your chest piece. Y'all can't get with this other type sickness. Leader of the block, so I know all the business. James to the game, y'all all witness. Married to Spanish girl, give her hard huevos and chicklets. Don't think I can't read niggas like linguistics. When you heard the beat, your first thought was be a ripless. I wipe my ass with haters, so don't end up on my shit list. It's the panty raider, Mr. Fornicator on the cross fader, recruiting murderous thugs right out of the incubators. On the beta stage of winter clothes and your radiator, cause I'm cold and my heart is blacker than the open raiders. The innovator, wrist rocker, call me excavator, but rock. Oh, palm a motherfucking hater. The calculator, I'll fill you in on the details later. I'm running out of battery power,
You know me, Jehovah Witness with the beef at your early morning front door while you half asleep now. If you're offended by the words in this song,
You recognize that guy? Holden?
Yeah. Yeah, I recognized him.
you can leave a comment, homie, get your blog
still feel the same. Fuck the builders, word is born.
Tofu niggas don't want no beef or poultry. Desert eagle taking out your job turkeys. Chicken heads, canaries, and stool pigeons. Hot grizzle, I'm what the game's missing. I know you heard of me, you should be worried. Be even scared, kept prepared for this MC murder spree. Don't care who's aware, burn skins to the third degree. It been me, H-O-T-R-I, double Z.
And I got the X with me, it's about to get ugly.
My pussy throw the big chocho.
What pussy Toto the big chocho? Shouts to Zuli.
Shouts to Little Sis.
Zuli her panic.
I'm hungry, her ego talk shit. Put a chop hair, please, her panic. Don't think you want it with me.
The alphabet pressure on the game, sincerely.
Close it out, Sarah.
If she said it's over, cause I ate your mama's chocha. Bend her over till she's screaming like a fucking loca. This promotion treating 16 like I'm fucking Donya. She's straight, but her vibe said by me transformer. We play, provided with the California. In each state, they fucking with the guy Rona. From Boston and Chi-Town and St. Louis. Ask those names if SK's the influence.
The same name that got your woman into it.
Woo! Yo. 420 though. 420 on the song.
Yeah, timing.
Yo.
First of all, I'm so upset I don't remember that verse. I'm so upset because that verse was fire.
Bro, who's gonna remember this stuff from? Come on.
13 years
We've done
ago.
so much.
Shit.
Yeah.
That was
That's
so
a good
much
song.
fun.
That was a good song.
That was great, Dutch. That was dope. That made me feel nice. that
I
made
was
me
like,
feel
yo,
great.
you know what? I couldn't.
Unfuzzy.
I
Unfuzzy.
didn't have the time to think of any body dropping new shit, and then I was like, you know what? You know what we're doing this week? We're gonna highlight some classic Bronx Zoo animal shit, and that is exactly what that was. Some classic Bronx Zoo
Shout out
animal
to that
shit.
was dope. That was dope.
Shout out to
Shout out to the
Bionic
gang
Ninjas,
formerly known
right?
as
Because
Rotten
that's
Empires.
right. There's so many names. The intro is the Bionic Ninjas, technically speaking. That's me and Jess,
And that was
right?
Jesse and you, Bionic
Me
Ninjas.
and Bionic Ninjas, and then came Broadway on the track, and
Right.
then came Hot Rizzo.
Wait, and we did Kung Fu Swagger too. Kung Fu Swagger was a classic. I feel like that shit should have been a song.
You could put on Kung Fu Swagger for your song, son.
You could.
Yeah, there you go. Kung Fu Swagger by Dutch
Right.
Vega and Jess James Bionic Ninjas. We got it.
I got you.
I just want you, before you hear this song, I want y'all to just picture like anime and all kinds of like animated shit in your head. Cause like, I think we smoked and we were in the studio and we all was just like, fuck it, let's do this.
Nah, I
feel
had a whole plan. I had the whole plan from the jump and out the gate. That was my, you know me with my concept songs and concept music and concept shit. And
Yeah.
I was like, yo, the concept is we're fucking goddamn
Ninjas
Kung Fu
and
Masters.
Kung Fu
Kung Fu
Masters.
Masters.
Shit like that.
Alright,
It was
did you
great.
send
It
the
was
song?
like,
It's Dutch
That's how it is,
Vega, Sara Kana.
Right.
Oh, wait. Is it
Did you,
Bionic?
like-
Nah, I think it's Bionic Ninjas. Bionic
Ninjas, Kung Fu Swagger.
Bionic Ninjas with a Z. Kung Fu Swagger.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Kung Fu Swagger Symphony.
Out
Yeah.
here, I can kick the shit out you, you little fucking
This
bitch.
song is gonna be my favorite.
You wanna fuck with me? Shit. Huh. I gently kick your bitch across the street. So watch the way you fuckers talk to me. I've been this hard, I end your squads with ninja stars, they hit your heart. Come from out your back, Flex Leroy. No, I'm not a tiger showman, I'm quite a shooter, I'm not into fighting grown men. I shoot through legs and arms too, John Woo. See the spirit of Sun Tzu when I come through. I kick through bricks, I roll up my own blunts. Jackie Chan on a hole, do my own stunts. My Daniel son can chop through ice bricks. My tiger uppercut is like one of the nicest. So you think your swag is lethal? I am Fletch, I was sent to destroy your people, huh? Fletch, your bitch in a flying nigga choke. You been a joke, I'ma make sure all of your ribs is broke. Slit your throat.
In another part of the town, the villagers were all standing outside to see what this young apprentice would do. Would she be getting her masters or murdering the town?
It's Symphony Sarah, Lolita LeBron hammer holder, assassin soldier, fist like since I'm blocking boulders. I stand before you, an odd-beard heathen who's bruised, battered, and beaten. This woman shows no weakness. The heart of a hungry demon who's out for the first feast, and I'm a monster. I'll stop your heart from beating. Short breathing, fuck your punchlines and metaphors. I said scores, punchlines, metal, 7 jaws with razor claws, and fucking orange jaws. Revolver, drunken dancer, snub nose. I'm calling that my kung fu panda. Praying mantis master, ghost in the 16th chapter. Answer to a major oath, disappear in the cloak. Kiss the mistress sword to the throat, and so it ends. The night that she who loves women is so sinning, provided the disaster. Mwah. Curse of the lonely dagger.
You dare try my Vegas style? I am undefeatable. All right then, come forth. My flow is unspillable, soul is unkillable. Do you understand the shit? I break it down by syllables. With synonyms and homonyms, acronyms and antonyms. It's violence or violence, I cannot be silenced. I ain't even come close to my pinnacle. I am invincible, I find you also whimsical. I'm despicable and sickening, get ready for the reckoning. Heard the beat, it's beckoning, I'm coming in, I'm reckoning. My pace is frenetic, I flow pure energetic. My swag is magnetic, the rest of you are pathetic. I have the aura of an Alaskan
Aurora, that's my line right there. That's my
California. I come with a little bit of lightning and the thunder.
And the
You
thunder.
can make it rain and I can make it tundra. King of the jungle, you're just another mumble. This is the result of lots of ambition and hunger.
The king of the jungle, you're just another mumra, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just another mumra, yo. You know what I'm saying? Nah, yo, we really hammed it up in the studio. We were like, yo, we had a whole animated kung fu movie all planned out when we
Yeah, it
recorded
was
this.
amazing.
We really swore we were gonna make it happen. We didn't. We didn't. We
But we
didn't.
killed that shit though.
Yo, let me tell you something though. I'd be down to at any point, no fucking update to the track, no nothing. Just go shoot a fucking kung fu live movie. Like, fuck the animation. Like, I'm talking about us put on fucking karate geese and go fucking do a karate movie. Know what I mean? Talk about doing fucking kicks in the air and shit. You know what I'm saying? On your fucking crouching tiger, hidden dragon shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think
No,
that should be
you,
fly to this day.
It would be.
you know, I was with you, right? I was with you up until you was like doing flying kicks in the air. First of all, I
Yo,
love you, Flacco, but
flying
I'm a
kicks
fat
in the
bitch,
air,
right?
son.
So I'm not doing like
Sarah,
I'm not doing. See, if you
Sarah,
would have did
there's
an elephant, an elephant, I could do 10,000 straight kicks, nigga.
Sarah.
But no, this motherfucker,
First of all,
this mother.
people, this is the bullshit that like you gotta dodge that shit in life. You know what I mean? Because Sarah's throwing bullshit my way, so I just gotta dodge that shit. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I'm
Because let me
speaking
tell
on
you
my
something. Let me
behalf.
tell the people. Let me tell the people, right? Like, she's over here talking shit about herself, like, oh, I'm a fat bitch. I can't be doing no kicks in the air.
First of
Like,
all,
meanwhile, she's the only one of us with an actual recorded history of doing kicks in the air, literally. So if anybody has a background in this shit, it's Sarah. Sarah, not me, not Jess. Jess has zero expertise with fucking kicks in the air.
Um,
And I got zero expertise with throwing kicks in the air. But
I really
Sarah's
hate you.
literally in on
That
video
was
throwing
okay.
kicks in the
So you
air
see,
and
that's me.
dancing.
Listen,
So
guys. It was a different time. I was a whole lot skinnier and a whole lot more fit. I was very built. I
right.
was in a great place. Right now, though, I'm not throwing no kicks in the air.
Listen, let me tell you something. That shit goes. The point of doing a video like that is so that we do the bad kung fu movie tricks. You know what I
Also,
mean?
with the power
Like
of
that's
editing, everything is possible.
yeah, exactly. Everything is possible with editing. Like
Yo,
we're gonna
you can
put you in a fucking
fly.
harness. We're gonna put you in a harness
You can
and
You're
film
not
you
putting me in
like
a
fly.
harness. Are you out of
jumping.
your fucking
It's
mind?
gonna be like
I am
this,
not
Sarah.
putting.
It's gonna
I'm
be like
not
this.
putting.
One
Stop,
of those
Flacco.
bungee
It's not
things.
happening.
You'll
It's
have
You
a
know what I
not
lot of
mean?
happening.
fun.
And
You'll have a lot of
you're gonna
fun.
have wild fun.
Wow,
Holden, you
fun.
like your life, Holden?
Wild
You like
fun.
I
your
do
life,
like
right,
my
Holden?
life.
Holden, I like you, Holden. Don't change that, okay?
Understood.
I want you to understand you don't have to always agree with Flacco.
I don't always
Sometimes
agree
you
with
might need,
Flacco.
Yo,
you
this
know what I'm
music
saying?
video is
It's
so
like,
hard. You don't want him to agree with me for no reason because this is nothing but benefit to all of us. I'm
All right.
talking about benefiting all of us. You know what I
oh
mean?
my
Like, come on
God.
now.
All right. So
We
the
get
next,
more eyeballs. People gonna be like, look
absolutely.
at these guys. They got a great
Honestly,
sense of humor.
it would be a good video.
Oh.
I just have to say, like, he's not wrong. It would perform pretty well. Um, but yeah, the next one is Monkey and Basics doing this shit.
Yeah. Gros beat Chabot, man. Wow.
EO
Yeah, I'm just
Dub,
waiting for the snares and the drums to start. No, vas-y, bro. Y'a pas de drums.
And Mike
You're
Shab
drumless.
on the
Fuck
beat.
it. Go ahead. We don't need the drop. No, we don't. Skip the trip when the beats hit quick. We need the rock. De naissance qui te choque. On part en fumée comme le prix des clubs. All my nightmares cause me to dream a lot. J'espère qu'ils ont pris des notes. Champ lexical, fructifiant les fruits de l'époque. First we feed the block, then we flee the cops. Le prix Nobel a pris un Oscar pour son cinéma. Starving us was harming us, so now we gotta eat a lot. Large voulait vivre de ça, so mon boss il a pris le bord. But still we gotta clean it up like the streets of mops. Ce qui guide mes pas quand j'écris ça, c'est que je vise le top. EYEs need to see a vis-a-vis with God. A vis-a-vis with God. EYEs need to see a vis-a-vis with God.
Monkey
with God.
doesn't spit in English
EYEs
ever.
need to see a vis-a-vis with God.
Monkey spits in like 3 or 4 languages.
Okay, right.
Broken hearts,
But
show me
primarily
the
he's
show of
French.
hands. À chaque show il le faut, on fait de gros rappels. The way to mend the fence to know that I mean no offense. On se rappelle que les lions ne mangeront que ce que leur croc ramène. Don't need to shine until I'm shining with my soul again. The throne is mine pour ce tour et pour le tour d'après. Penny pinching up a nickel stack so Nickelodeon. Cling cling, son écho dominait car l'économie mène. Bling bling, you can clearly see that he glory binge. Pas victime, un king ding shall seek no revenge. Sing till the hymns hint, you should go within. Go within, no distance. On élimine l'écart. Show a glimpse, so for instance, on délimite l'espace. Just for us to spit the infinite. Est-ce descriptif enough? Face to face, face à face, a vis-a-vis with God. A vis-a-vis with God. EYEs need to see a vis-a-vis with God. A vis-a-vis with God. EYEs need to see a vis-a-vis with God. A vis-a-vis with God. A vis-a-vis with God. A vis-a-vis with God.
Kanye.
Fire.
Yeah, yo. I think that I asked that on some like probably if anybody's been watching our show consistently every week, they would have that question as well. Because the 3 tracks that we've had with Monkey on the show, he was all spitting in French in all 3 of those. But
This
that
this
that
album
just is
was
a
French.
coincidence.
Well, it's
That was
like
just a
this one, yeah.
coincidence.
But like his next project, he may have like a verse in English and a verse in French on the same song. I think he's very
Right.
project specific. I think like Monkey is one of the most artist people I've ever met. Like every piece of him is thought about at a deeper level where like I don't really think there's a big separation between the character and the human at this point, which I don't see a lot of actually ever. He's just a really like he's on something, you know. Does a lot of cool shit.
Work.
But yeah, so then we're gonna play the Patreon video.
Patreon, yo, hit the Cash App, yo.
Welcome
I'll be
back.
your best
It's your
friend,
boy,
yo.
The Perspectives Podcast.
You know what I mean?
I'm your boy Littyyy
Hit the
Bro
Cash
Flacko.
App.
This Holden Stephan Roy.
We be best
Hi,
friends.
Holden. Hi, Holden.
I'll do an
The
intro like
Lamborghini,
this
the
with you.
fucking Revenant, and
The Lamborghini.
We're here in Times Square to talk to you about one of our special packages in the Patreon.
We're here to talk about the whole Patreon. Before we get to the levels, I wanted to, break down who we are, what we do. We make the Perspective Show. This is our interview series where we talk to creative professionals about their journey, teaching us all new perspectives about life. On top of that, we have our extra show, Our Perspectives. We go live and we stream our thoughts, opinions, and perspectives on the news that just happened. And we got a whole new show that we cooking up that we're going to tell the Patreons first, so extra little reason to sign up for that. I know you're watching and going, but hold it. How much it costs, what we gonna get, all that good stuff. So let me break that down for you. So
Hit the Cash App.
$5 a month to become a level 1 perspective. This gives you access to our private Discord, gives you special Patreon exclusive content. A level 2 perspective costs $10 a month, gives you the same stuff as level 1, that's going to apply to all the levels, and it gives you early access to all of our main episodes, plus special behind-the-scenes content, like what happened.
Holden has a lighter.
Holden doesn't have a lighter.
Holden
I will take his
Holden,
lighter.
you have a lighter, Holden?
I've been dying for this
Holden.
nigga to get robbed in New
Holden,
York.
you have a lighter?
I'm gonna be the nigga to rob him. Okay? That's right. You better stay the fuck out of this, Holden. Let me tell you something.
Holden, answer the fucking question. You have the lighter, Holden?
Don't you talk to my white boy like that, all right? He's my white boy. Only I talk to him like that.
At $25 a month, you become a level 3 perspective, which adds merch into the mix, where every couple of months we're going to send you something fly, make it real nice. A level 4 perspective comes through at $100 a month, and this is where it gets special. You become the star of a perspective episode.
Big star.
Spend the whole year learning about you, something with same quality as everything we give to all of our guests. Finally, we have the level 5 perspective. It's a big one. It's a guided tour of either New York City, Montreal, a real New Yorker and a real Montrealer. You get to have experience of being live in Times Square. Someone who can get you through it, saving money and making sure you have the best time possible. We're going to take you to each of our respective cities. You can pick the one you want to go to, and we're going to make sure you have an incredible time. All terms and conditions are on the Patreon, which you can find patreon.com/perspectives, link in description. We appreciate you so much, and we're so glad that you want to join our community. Looking forward to chatting with you in Discord. Live long and prosper, everyone. See you.
Yeah.
Oh, the live long and prosper.
Yeah, I sign off all my shit with live long. Well, maybe not literally everything. I say 80 to 90% of my shit gets signed off with a live long and prosper. Because it's nice, you know? It's like, it's a pleasant way to like sell somebody go, like live long and prosper.
He's letting people know, like, I'm a Trekkie. I'm not a Star Wars guy.
Absolutely. I am not a Star Wars guy.
I know code when I hear it. I know code when I hear it.
It was how it be.
But you know what? I don't mind having a Trekkie for a fucking Trek. Trek is wild. Like they were ahead of the curve before all the shows. They had a diverse cast early before that shit was even the thing to do. They had black women, black men, Asian men, gay Asian men, like out in fucking space.
And
a
they had
white
a Russian guy.
a Scottish white guy,
and a
or
Russian,
whatever the fuck
which
the
matters
Captain
at the
Kirk
time.
was. What was Captain Kirk? What was Captain
I don't
Kirk?
remember. I feel
He
like
was like Scottish or like Irish.
No, that's
feel
the
like he was
engineer. The engineer's the Scottish guy. I think like Kirk was just regular American.
No, I know what they were trying to represent him as. I mean, what is Captain Kirk in real life? Like, what kind of...
Oh, he's a Montrealer.
What the fuck is it? He's from Canada? Okay,
Yeah.
right. Well, whatever. The point being, they had a white guy fucking alien women in every fucking episode.
I'm
You
not
know what I
mad at
mean? Like
that.
that's if
Yo,
that's not like,
a lot of us are into
they were
green
like,
women now
look,
because of that shit. It's a real thing. And then you see them in the cosplay dressing up in all them body paint colors, and you're like, you know what? This is lovely. I blame Star Trek. I'm not
Yeah.
mad at any of it.
Oh man, it's gonna be Comic-Con soon, so that's just gonna be all over New York City shortly. We're gonna see
I'm
everybody
sorry.
dressed like every anime
you
and
going, Sarah?
hell no. Oh, sorry,
I'm
not to
thinking
say it like
about
that.
I'm thinking about I'm thinking about going one of these years.
So I'm gonna be honest with you as your sis that's gone almost every year. It first of all, it's definitely something that you're gonna want to have money for because that's the whole purpose of it, right?
Right.
And if you're trying to walk around, just make sure you have comfortable sneakers. Make sure you dress underdress or whatever, because you're gonna sweat like a bitch in there. The lines are very long. Everything is annoying. But if you go, I'll go. You know what I'm saying? I'll go with you. We can go.
It's like,
Um, it might be fun if you go with somebody, that you're cool with and shit. So we can look up the
We will
tickets and
see.
maybe we can film over there.
We will see.
yeah. I feel like that's the kind of thing that's fun when you go with your clique, and then your
I don't want to
clique
go all
knows
3 days.
other cliques,
I'll
and
go
then
like 1
everybody
day.
just kind of, cause like I've seen people in that community, and like they all like it's like
My
the
sister's a
hip
part
hop
of that
scene.
community.
Like it's like the hip hop scene for how many
Right.
people are
My
in it. So when you
sister,
pull up, you're gonna meet 500 people there.
my
That's
sister's a
why
part of that scene.
I think
My
they get
sister
away
goes
with
every
it.
year.
Otherwise, it's yeah.
My sister goes every year and she dresses like either Sailor Moon or one of the characters from Final Fantasy, or like she's all about it. Like she's full like character
That's cool.
all the way.
I feel like
So
if
yeah.
somebody made the costume for me, I would wear the costume.
For what?
I don't know, one of these Comic Cons. I'd pick one of them characters. I
Well, who
like a
would you
lot of
be?
shit.
I want to know who you would be. Who would you dress up as?
I
Who would
never
you be?
thought about it really. If I had to just like go for it though, I'd go with Jelt from The Witcher. Cause I fuck with The Witcher. I'm on some Witcher shit.
If you was to do shit like that, Dutch, who would you go as?
I'd go as like one of the rare superheroes that I always like covet that like nobody else fucks with. So like Long Shot or Shatterstar, something like that.
That's good.
Probably Long Shot, because even Shatterstar got like a little baby 5 minute movie cameo in the second Deadpool. But Long Shot still hasn't gotten any representation. So like probably him or like I don't know, fucking Richter. I don't know.
I
Who
have
knows?
to really think about this now. I've never put thought into it before. But so yeah, what are y'all doing this weekend?
You may do Popeye. Just show up with fucking heavy ass fucking forearms and
Sweaty
shit.
ass, big ass.
Heavy ass forearms. It'd be like just something fucking there
Like a
on my fucking
ludicrous music
forearm.
video.
Like the ludicrous music video, right?
Yeah. So what are you guys doing this weekend?
I wasn't thinking so fast forward. I'm trying to get through the week, to be honest. Very exhausted, had a lot going on, was very busy. Um, I got family coming in, so that's another thing. And then I got this vacation coming up that I got to get with Flacco and map that whole thing out appropriately. And yeah, currently looking for someone to work my records and management. That's just what my focus has been on currently. So yeah.
And you, Flacco?
Oh, we will see.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's kind of early.
I guess. Usually you got better answers. I don't know.
We will see.
He's like, fuck, guys. What kind of fucking answers are these?
I'm gonna say whatever. I mean, I expect it. It's a week. I don't know. I don't have that much exciting going on. I'm just working on music, and I have to start figuring out all the promo. that goes into music, so we're gonna have to find time to film TikToks and things like that. Me and this dude have an 8-track project coming, so I want to like do a music video where we just walk around Montreal and like nobody raps or anything. It's just us around the city doing things like it's like we're having a buddy day, and I want to like make it feel like a vlog of a buddy day. So like at some point I have to film that shit before the weather's trash, and then I don't know, finish the recording and all that shit, and then all the other stuff that I guess makes up life. But I'm certain there's events out there, but I'm like, nah, I'm focusing on making shit right now and getting things in order and making sure that when that New York trip comes, I can, you know, afford it nicer, you know, upgrade, especially now that Airbnbs are gone, which is lovely.
Yeah, that's really dope. That's just dope now.
But yeah, so just, you know, doing the life thing, but
Life,
focusing on
yo.
music more, which has been fun. I've been recording like week over week, and it's been like, but not at home. It's the first time I've really gone to a studio to record somewhere else in like 5 years. So it's been really fun.
Well, I'm trying to get the show on the road with this shit, and I know Dutch got some stuff, Flacco got some stuff he working on.
But yeah, Mood Ring.
Mood Ring's coming, Anna Karis is coming. It's
I'm
coming.
not going to tell you which episode, but if you go back in some past Our Perspectives episodes, you'll hear a song off of Mood Ring. So that's a reason to go watch them old episodes. On that note, since you made it this far into the video, you may want to go do that. But you should also subscribe and comment and like and all that good stuff.
Like and all that great
hit up
stuff.
the Patreon. You know, make sure that you follow us. Hit up Flacco on the Cash App, and he'll be your best friend and hit you with
And
good
tell us how
morning
you feel
texts
about
and
our
shit.
perspectives.
Yeah, tell us that. But also hit up the Cash App and that good stuff. Fuck, I'm failing at copying and pasting here. But yo, make sure you come catch us live Mondays at 7 p.m. And we just really appreciate y'all. Every last one of you that watches it. And thanks to all of you that clicked on the last episode, which did pretty well by our number standards. Appreciate y'all. So live long and prosper, everyone.
Peace.
Alright, just give me like, you know, we started the raid because we had enough people to raid this week. So thank y'all for sticking with us. Bonnie and whoever else is still there, I'm not sure. A lot of lurkers this week, but we like the lurkers still.